Hello, I'm Warren Miller, and this is a friend of mine, John McIntire. John's a research engineer in Palo Alto, and his hobby's skiing. I met John and his wife one day at lunch in San Francisco, where he told me he'd been transferred to his firm's trip plan to New York anyway. We got together, packed our car, and started driving east on Highway 40. 3.5, 4 hours later, our first stop was the Sugar Bowl, where snow sometimes measures 30 feet deep. And here at the Sugar Bowl, John and his wife met the ski school director, Junior Banus. And while John is a very good skier, he was just learning. John wisely turned his wife over to the director of the ski school, who, of course, is a certified instructor, while we went up the hill to have a good time. He got set to teach the... And when Junior teaches, he teaches the American technique. Shoulders and hips at right angles to the fall line all the time. The skis turn with the proper use of the legs and the arms. Very little motion of the body. Notice how the chest faces down the valley all the time. And so, while John finished a lesson with his wife, we got together with Junior and a couple of other instructors and rode up to the top of Lincoln to ski down the back way. We skied down the back with Tony Marth and Jim McConkey and Junior Banus. The American technique is very effective. If all else fails, go straight. and figure out where to ski next. Our route east will stop at America's newest resort, Vail, Colorado. There at Vail, they have a gondola, 3 or 4 double chairlifts, and it's all brand new. From the Sugar Bowl, our first stop was Reno, Nevada, where we spent about 400 nickels. 500 nickels later, we were in Vail, Colorado, and set for a ride up on the gondola. Minutes later, at the top, John tried one of the many runs there at Vail. This particular one is Riva Ridge. 'Way down, he stopped at the top of the Junior Intermountain Junior Championships. In Colorado, the youngsters start racing at the age of 5, and by the time they're 18 or 20 years old, they're ready to cut up the powder in the back bowls. In those wonderful back bowls there at Vail, we skied with former Australian Then after lunch, we skied down one of the many trails back towards the lodge. Came around a corner where John got a good look at the ski patrol. And so we decided to leave Vail. We climbed into our station wagon and drove south to New Mexico, to Taos. En route, John's wife picked up a few souvenirs. And down there in New Mexico at Taos, it's a resort where men are men, and if a skier breaks his leg, they shoot him. The resort itself is way up at the head of a nearly hidden valley. It's nice and quiet, and there they have a double chairlift, a couple of palm lifts. It's a small resort. The first thing John did when he got there was to build one of his jumps. Second thing he did was to go into orbit. And finally back onto the ground, where he somehow managed to ski about 7 feet too far. And so while he puts the lids back on the garbage cans, we got on the chairlift with Jean and Dado Maillet. They're the ski school director and his brother. Ski school, Jean and Dadu are also chief cook and waiter at their hotel at the very bottom of the hill. They serve a very delightful lunch, and after lunch, they showed John and his wife and I where they just skied down in the untracked powder. After a nice lunch, there's nothing like a little of that New Mexico sun. While John and Jean lay there sleeping in the sun, we couldn't help but think about what New England had to offer in the way of skiing a week later when we finally arrived at Mount Snow. The weather was right around zero. And there at Mount Snow, we met the ski school director and his class of 68 instructors. The director is Harvey Clifford. Harvey taught skiing in New Zealand for 8 summers and Eastern Canada for 8 winters. He taught for 16 winters without ever seeing summer. And then John and his wife and I watched the instructors head for their classes. The advanced class teaches sort of a hippity-hop, except that kid in the middle was skiing hoppity-hip. In the other direction, we met a group of skiers up on a bus from New York called the Unteachables. And last winter, plaid was the fad. However, amongst the more knowing skiers, white is the thing to wear. Women's pants start at $60, parkas at $53, and men's start at $1.95. Anyone for tennis? After our tennis game, we got together with the ski patrol and rode to the top of Mount Snow to ski down with the director, Harvey Clifford. To take these pictures like this, I skied My last bit of advice to John and Jean and all you skiers, when you ski the high life, skip that last run down the hill in the afternoon. For if you take one too many, you just won't be worth a darn at work on Monday. Warren Miller saying so long. Hope to see you again soon. Same time, same place.
This has been a special film presentation by Miller High Life, the national champion of quality.